Good evening everyone, I'm Clara and welcome to Channel 140. Tonight we'll be discussing the 4 stages of Piaget's cognitive development theory. We have 4 guests discussing the stages: Carmen, Christian, Michael and Joshua. Welcome to the program guys. Carmen, can you please explain the sensorimotor stage for us?
Hello. So basically, the sensorimotor stage of the theory ends up covering the cognitive development of infants from birth to 2 years old. These infants use their physical interactions with the environment around them to think and understand. They see that there is a world beyond themselves, and as they grow, they learn and develop skills. And a major skill that is developed is called object permanence.
Can you explain what object permanence is for us?
This is essentially the understanding that objects exist even when they may not be seen. This relates back to what I said about babies using their senses. They learn to understand that an item or person can still exist even if it is not directly within their sight. And a typical example of this is Peekaboo. Parents know this, and if you've seen videos online, you'll see that the child gets shocked when a person disappears behind their hands. They don't understand that stage, that just because they can't see their face doesn't mean they're in the same room as them. Have a look here at Stewie for an example.
Well, this is a bigger surprise than that time Peter vanished into thin air.
Hey, Stewie, Peekaboo!
Yes, I see you, fat man.
Where's Daddy?
What? Where did you go? Oh, this is impossible. Well, I can hear you, but I can't see. Really must really be gone.
Peekaboo!
Ah! How the hell did you do that?
They do learn this though, right?
Yes, of course. They begin to understand, and it's visible by their own reactions. And they also end up becoming goal-oriented. And this is so important for the following stages. And they begin to gain memory and thought, as well as imitate.
Thank you, Carmen. Now we have Christian to tell us about the next stage.
Thank you, news anchor. The second stage is preoperational. This starts at the age of 2 and lasts until the age of 7. Piaget stated that children need operations. This is the reason we call it the preoperational stage.
What are some other characteristics?
Operations basically means mental representation of actions and having logical rules. This definition is in an education psychology book. These operations are basically to develop in the stage, and we see this by children using symptotic functions. They use symbols such as signs or gestures to represent objects mentally. These begin with imitation.
I don't know, you tell me. Okay, so we do that so you won't fall.
Children become able to think more logically in one direction. This means they cannot use logical thinking backwards. Conservation is another characteristic that children struggle with. Conservation is when one part of an object stays the same even though it may have changed its form. Techniques developed by Piaget have been used to test children's development, and one of these is the 3-mountain task. These findings actually show egocentrism, and they're difficult in seeing a different perspective other than their own.
Thank you, Christian. Now on to Michael for the concrete operational stage.
Concrete operational stage is the third stage of Piaget's theory, and it ages from 7 to 11 years of age. They are thought as being the developmental stage of logical thought. They become much more intelligent and coherent, but they struggle with obtuse ideas. Piaget also discussed that throughout the third stage, the child can take specific experiences and relate it back to a major principle. This is called inductive reasoning. There are also other characteristics that Piaget displays, which is called conversation, which is the concept of establishing the understanding that if something changes in shape or appearance, it is still the same. For an example, if chicken breast is breadcrumbed, it is still chicken. A comparison to stage 2 with egocentrism being highly influencing the child in stage 2, this goes down. with the example of the 3-mountain task, highlighting that they could now see another person, view something from another person's perspective. Also, another difference between pre-operational and concrete is that with the latter, being able to concentrate many aspects of the situation, whilst pre-operational only focuses on one aspect of the situation.
Thanks, Michael. Now to Joshua for the final stage.
Formal operations is the last stage in Piaget's theory. It is also the stage that not everyone can reach. At this stage, which is at 11 years or above, we have a large set of cognitive abilities that we're now able to use, and we also have developed abstract thinking. This enables us to better problem solve by using hypothetical situations and thinking, as well as deductive reasoning. We can look at many different variables and work out how they contribute to problems that not only kids but also adults deal with.
Thank you for joining us on Channel 140. Good night.